All right, people say all the time, use a transom saver, blah, blah, blah. I'll be honest with you, transom savers aren't doing anything to save your transom. Do they take the load off of the tilt and trim system? Sure. But there's still a tremendous amount of torsional forces that are pulling this engine back and forth, even when this is all locked with a real transom saver. I just use a block of wood. And you're going down the road, the whole engine is still wanting to go like this against the transom. So, I mean, the other option that you can do is people say put an arm down in between the trailer support and the lower end. Well, that's fine, but honestly, even if this boat is strapped down to the trailer, your trailer has a ton of moment inertia in it when it's going down the road, going up and down. Even if you're strapped down in the back, strapped down in the front, that trailer has a lot of energy that's being put through it, and it's flexing. And every time it flexes, it changes the distance between that connection point and that connection point. So what it's doing is pushing in and out on that lower unit, and it's making that entire engine want to go up and down, and you're putting stresses through your hydraulic system. Either using a block of wood or something that connects your mounting bracket to your midsection is the best way to take the load off of your engine. However, I truly believe that these service supports, which I've been told by my mechanic who I trust and I've been using for many years, actually do the best job. Here, let me show you why. I'm going to raise this engine all the way up and we'll talk about it. All right, I'm going to put, okay, so I've got it on the support arms, and you can see tilt rams are coming in. What I do is continue to run the tilt rams all the way down until it makes that noise, and your rams are fully retracted. Now your hydraulic system is truly locked. Now let's take a look at where the center of gravity is on this engine. With it up all the way, the power head, the mass of the power head, which is where the majority of the weight is now in front of the transom line, which I have this orange marker here to represent that. So if that's the center of your transom line, yes, you know, you do have some leverage that does still come off, but the majority of the weight is now carried in front of the transom, which actually reduces the majority of torsional forces that you're going to see. Like when the engine was moved back down, it's still hanging beyond the center line of the transom. So your torsional loading that's put through your mounting bolts is much greater than if it was all the way up like you see here. Okay, I've got the block of wood back in there and it's put long ways. So it's about the distance that you would have if you were using a mechanical connection between your bracket, your mounting bracket, and your midsection. So you can see now the engine, the power head center of gravity is basically beyond what would be considered, the center line of the transom. You still have the leverage of the lower unit weight as well. So the majority of the weight is being carried beyond the center line of the transom. And now you're gonna have torsional loading increases back on the transom as you're trailering. So that's why I truly believe if you can get the power head in front of the center line of the transom, you greatly reduce the amount of torsional loading that happens as you're going down the freeway.